The only other issue is oh, I do have audio. Okay. I have audio. Oh, what the fuck this audio is? Apparently we wanted to get some Final Fantasy vibes going with our football game. Why not? So yeah, this is Soccer America International Cup by way of Taito Corporation. I guess you could say best known for Space Invaders, among many other games.
How to play the game.
Alright, get to it. Teach me how to play the game.
When you can't pass forward, don't be afraid to pass backward.
Are we going to talk about the back pass rule?
Relax and play to a rhythm.
I mean, I would have gone with, like, this is how you pass, this is how you kick.
Study all your options, then pass the ball.
This feels more like philosophical than it does technical.
When you approach the goal line, you should cross the ball.
Alright, that's a solid.
Shoot.
Yeah. So I'm presuming, I didn't do too much research, but I'm presuming that this is an American release. By the way, it does say soccer. And this was out in 2000 as well. And I don't remember the exact timelines of when the PlayStation 2 came out. I don't know if that had a universal release day one, or like it had a... Did it come out in Europe last? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like it last came out in Europe. Someone will probably correct me on that. Because I feel like the year 2000 is quite early, so I'm guessing the Americans got hold of PS2s first. But, you know, I could be completely chatting out of my arse there. So, yeah, I guess we're going to play some international soccer America. I can't even remember the fucking name of this thing. Is it published by Taito? Is Hop B the developer? Who knows? Oh, that's hideous. That is hitting. I'm sorry, but I've played a number of PlayStation 1 games that had significantly more attractive menus than this. I mean, even, you know, like the 3DO games have a way more engaging menu than this is. This is not my kind of UI. God, good God. Also, why is X to finish? Shouldn't X just be to accept or start? But we do have languages. We have English. We have Spanish. So, yeah, my guess. I would presume that this is I don't know if it's like an American exclusive release, but again, I've never heard of this game. So, my guess is America adjacent. I'm curious to see what teams we've got on this. I mean, it's international, so I guess obviously. But do we have real players? I would really doubt it. We do have Northern Ireland. Alright, let's get on with... Yeah, let's take down Australia. About time. Oh, look, it's just awful. It's hideous. I mean, alright, I get the ball rotating and like the feeling of movement of it, but... Tiebreaker, extra time, victory goal. Not exactly screaming with options here. Let's see if we go normal, see how that works for us. What's the handicap? Is that not what, like, the skill level should be? Let's just get... Oh, okay. So we do have some options in terms of the stadiums. York Field, Sunset Valley Field, New Horizon Stadium, International Stadium, Victory Dome, Lake Regional Hall. We couldn't get any sponsors in time, sir. This huge stadium with 3 tiers of seats, 100,000 people. That's unnecessary for a football stadium. But you know, we are the main event, so 100,000 it has to be. An early kickoff for players and fans alike. Late afternoon is the best time to play. An early evening kickoff under the floodlights. Well, they did say 4 o'clock is the best, so I'm willing to go with them on this. It definitely has a different vibe to a lot of the stuff I've played. Okay, we are not. Who the fuck are any of these people? David Meekam, Paul Scala. I'm guessing that's one of his skulls. E. Haskell, Teddy Sheringham. I'm guessing Emil Heskey. I guess. God. Yeah, and that's Viduka, I guess. Come on. Yeah. Alright, whatever. But it's just things like exit. Like, that's not what you would think you'd like. Start match is the terminology you think you would want to use.
We're ready for kickoff. It's important that they concentrate for the whole 90 minutes. There's a beautiful blue sky today. Yes, it's a great day for football.
This doesn't look like a stadium that would hold 100,000 people. I guess the back part's there. You know, the presentation's not too bad for an early PS2 game.
Both teams look very determined. If you see your opponent's
The cancel flat blocks in the background, though, don't make me think like I'm playing in America. I can't tell if I'm in, like, Los Angeles or Brixton.
are great advertisements for football. Well, all the players look fit and ready to play. Hold on to your seats for the next 90 minutes.
Alright, first of all, this camera is on it. Well, that's all. What is with? You know, when it comes to emulation, it's hard to know what is emulation, emulation settings that are causing issues with the video, and what things are just like, nope, that's how we designed this back in the day. But this is hideous. Alright, let's go wide. That's it. That's my camera options, and I can't see them in real time. Okay, at least, yeah, this is better.
That's fine play.
Tell you what though, this feels hideous. Oh my word, there is a distressing amount of input delay on anything I'm doing. Because like I've played some football games previously where the input delay, you could feel it on like passing or shooting, but I'm feeling the input delay on the actual like control, just movement on the analog stick, which is unacceptable. So what is with that timer? I've never seen a timer look like that. Also, interestingly, there's like, there's no sound effects at all for like moving around the pitch.
The keeper's got to it. Oh, that was a nice tackle.
And apparently there's like one chant that the audience, the crowd can do.
That's fine play.
Do I have a through ball? That is the question I have for every single football game I play. What is the through ball option, if there is one?
Oh, it looks like someone is injured.
The triangle is lob. X is pass, obviously. Like the little prompts there telling you like what kind of approach you're doing, like a left side attack.
He's intercepted the pass.
That is new. I feel like that does feel like it comes out of the playbook of American style presentation in terms of this sports. Like it's definitely something you would feel like you would see in American football. But it feels like square and circle do the exact same thing. Seriously, the crowd has one chant.
The pitch is in the shade of the stadium. They're moving the ball about carefully. Nice move. He's stolen the ball. How many minutes of injury time are? There's no whistle on the play.
I appreciate the referee's leniency as all of my tackles are hideously delayed because of the input delay.
Nice play. It's in the air. The keeper's got to it. That's the end of the first half.
That might have been the least amount of enjoyment I've had playing a half-time period of football yet in this entire series. So interesting, like the AIO shows you the computer doing its decision making. It has like, a bunch of weird little things that I haven't seen other football games do that I guess I do appreciate, but the actual overall feeling of playing this game it's not great.
With the goalkeeper. He's stolen the ball. The
Okay, we can do fouls. Good to know.
The floodlights have come on.
The fact that like it changes from day to night, I feel like that's something that you ever really see.
Nice interception. That's fine play. Oh, that was a nice tackle.
I remember a friend of this stream, the Barry Lad.
The ball's crossed.
You can go watch his stuff at the Barry Lad on Twitch. I remember we had a conversation, or he was talking about this on these streams, about like, particularly with wrestling games, and I might have discussed this before on one of these streams. But like with some of the early wrestling games, and like I've been playing a bunch of No Mercy again recently.
He's intercepted the pass.
Those games have no commentary, but they're actually better for it. And a lot of the time you're not listening to anything anyway, certainly in like 2024, like I've got a podcast or whatever on in the background. But like you then go and listen to the early attempts to try and do commentary to like enhance the experience, and it actively detracts because it took a very long time for particularly those SmackDown games to like figure out, oh, I do have a throw ball, to like figure out commentary to any kind of acceptable degree.
Good play.
And you know, sometimes with like
That's fine play.
these football games, you just kind of think to yourself, you probably would have been better off just not bothering with commentary.
That was a nice.
Especially as well, it's so interesting because like
That's fine play.
I think like literally the first game I did was Actua Soccer, which was 95. And the commentary on that, like from Barry Davis, is significantly better than like a lot of the games that I've played that came out 4 or 5 years later. And it's just it's interesting. That's all I'll say.
Nice move. That's fine play.
Why would you pass across goal? Terrible idea. was that a fan or was that one of the players? I think it does the thing where if you're trying to run forward, it like taps the ball slightly ahead, so you have that risk reward of trying to run with the ball, but also not losing it because you've kicked it ahead of yourself.
The 90 minutes are up. He cleared that very well indeed. No foul. Oh, that was a nice tackle.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Ah, the fucking delay is insufferable.
Nice defending. He cleared that very well indeed.
God.
Game has The final score is 1-0 Australia. Well, what do you think of the game we've just seen?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
That was a fantastic game. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did. I enjoyed the game immensely. Goodbye from all of us here, where we've just seen a tremendous game. Goodbye, and thanks for looking in.
Thanks for stopping by. Alright, I'm gonna have one more go. Or do I bother? Because that was pretty fucking dreadful. I feel like I know everything I need to know about that. No, I think I'm happy to leave that at that, because that was pretty dire. Yeah, let's bounce out of here. You can shut up. Okay, so international hang on, let me get this up for me. Okay, Soccer America International Cup from Taito. That was dreadful. That was one of the worst things we've played on one of these streams so far. By a significant degree. And I think I'm happy to drop this right down near the bottom. And then it just kind of comes down to like what I think about it in comparison to really one of these three games here. The River City Soccer Hooligans, which I'd really recommend going to watch that particular video, because that thing is just on a whole nother level. It's completely unhinged. It's totally unplayable, but it's so its own thing. It's hard to know whether things go above or below that because of how just fucking mad it is. Mayhem Soccer 64 is playable, but it's scratching like it's the lowest of the low bars in terms of how playable that thing is. And then Fever Pitch Soccer is completely just forgettable. So I do think Soccer America, it's probably got like the worst input delay of any of these games that I've played. It's utter dreadful in that aspect. But then it just has a bunch of like interesting little touches to it with like, I think I could see a bird flying up around the stadium. The extra presentation was pretty decent. The what was in there? What did I see there that was unique? Oh, like kind of showing you like what your kind of current strategy or like your attack pattern was or something. Yeah, there was a bunch of little things there that were kind of interesting. I could maybe make the argument that is worse than European Super League in terms of like the actual gameplay, and I don't think I want to give Taito enough credit for those little touches, even though I think some of those touches I think would be really cool to see, like the transition from day to night cycle. I feel like that's something that you should do more with. But it is the worst thing that I've played so far, and I think we have a new worst game that I've played in this series. So congratulations, Taito. You, I think that's going to take some beating. I really do. Just really hideous. Like when I was trying to pass at the end there to my teammate to like try and get across the goal to shoot. In any other game, like as soon as I hit pass, like that ball should be passing across, but there was a significant like half a second delay by which time, you know, the keeper had already got to me or the defender already got to me. Like you need a kind of clairvoyant vision to know to pass half a second earlier than you want to, and that's just not for like a soccer or a football game. You can't be working with that. That's just no good. So yeah, I think I'm happy to put that at the bottom. So that is that one for now, and yeah, we'll leave that for that on that particular game. Stick around on the stream, we're still here. But if you're done with the video, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, where we're going to be looking at UEFA Champions League 2006 to 2007.